Traded Carrington 3-point. Pharrell Payne.
It was different because, like, they're from California.
I think it's really special that they picked us.
You know, it was a lot of fun to come out here and spend some time with the young ones, and really the objective is just that they have fun and walk away with a good experience, wanting to come back and continue to be active and play basketball.
They're very helpful because they took time out of their day and their weeks to come and coach us.
It was cool because what they teach us is probably what they teach their teams. So I think it was cool. It was a cool experience.
We just got coached by some college coaches.
I just remember when I was their age and, you know, just love basketball and you just want to learn and soak up everything.
I learned that I need to actually straighten my elbow if I want to actually guide it.
I learned how to do a layup and I learned how to shoot with one hand, not two.
And it's just young girls and helping them feel empowered, you know, and feel strong and stay active. And so, you know, I'd like to do that anywhere that I can.
I learned how to do a layup with a high hoop.
We're always up for opportunities to impact the youth and help grow our game.
It meant a lot, man. Like, be on the big stage, big stadium, play in front of all the indigenous players, like, and with all of them, all over, man. It was a great opportunity.
The game, put on by the 7G Foundation, brought together over 30 Native American tribes and communities. An incomparable scale.
Especially when it comes to youth sports, not many. As a matter of fact, I can't think of one that gets this big or touches this many community.
The goal is to bring exposure to indigenous players and reveal opportunities outside their area.
I was just trying to find a ride. I was down here. I couldn't miss this opportunity.
For Andre Korn from the Menominee Indian Reservation in Wisconsin, this game had greater meaning.
I lost my brother 2 months ago, and I knew I had to play for him today. Ever since I was 5 years old, he taught me everything that he knew, and he pushed me. He would make me cry and just toughen me up, and I knew it. I was out for a reason. I always get mad at him, but I knew it was out for a reason now.
Today, the Gold team got the victory, but this game is a win for everybody. In Minneapolis, Ren Clayton, WCCO 4 News.
The World Life Bait, yeah. We've got 2 big pontoon boats.
They gather near a lake. On this day, they will go fishing. And that's somewhat monumental.
Hey, look at these young brothers, man. You know, some of them 19, 20, 22, 20, ain't never went fishing. Never.
See, most of these fishermen have a record.
First fish of the day. Jumped in a couple gangs and things like that, but I turned it around with sports and things like that.
Is it hard to get out of a gang?
Yeah, it is, because like it's like a commitment you make. We got 6.
So they try to introduce them to the outdoors and the sport of fishing, because here is a long way from here. The riots of 2020 did much, or did it?
When something dramatic happened, everyone is concerned. Everybody want to help.
Then they move on?
And then they move on.
What they want is a voice to explain that where they live is different.
You want me to take that off for you?
Please.
Than it is here.
Moms or dads are not there to where the kids have to fend for themselves and their other siblings.
And then it repeats itself, huh?
Over and over.
That's why Will Wallace is here. He runs a nonprofit on the north side called Emerge, for kids like this that were one-time gang members, and tries to get them internships.
We're competing against gangs, but we also competing against the bigger system. The bigger system where we don't have the economics, we don't have the education.
Because they want to see less of this and more of this.
We fix that as us as a community. We have to stand up as a community and tell our youth that, like, all the shooting and stuff has to stop.
It is the Wolves and Lakers that understand the path of Bob Williams. He passed away last month at the age of 89, but he was the first African American in the Laker organization in 1955, when it was the then Minneapolis Lakers. He was the first for the Laker organization, the first African American to play for the franchise. That happened to be located in Minneapolis.
That was a big sense of pride for the family, I would say.
Bob Williams grew up in the South, in Florida, and when they arrived in Minnesota, they bought a home in Minneapolis and found out quickly there would be an adjustment. When a neighbor stopped by to greet them,
he said, we whites are really upset because you coloreds moved into our neighborhood. The next day, every house in the neighborhood went up for sale except 2 homes.
The fact he was a professional athlete helped soften the blow, but there were times with his team he was reminded.
They went into the restaurant. The owner said everybody can eat here but him. And Coach said, well, then we're not eating here, and everybody just got up and left.
Most players worked in the off-season at the time. For Williams, the options were limited.
The only work Bob could find was washing dishes, mopping floors, and parking cars.
He ended up moonlighting with the Harlem Globetrotters in the months outside the Lakers season.
I was also fortunate enough to meet Meadowlark Lemon before he passed. Yes, I have a picture of me. I think I was in 6th grade.
But it was Bob who got a thrill meeting in 2015 when the Los Angeles Lakers set up a meeting with Kobe Bryant in his final appearance at Target Center.
Kobe came in, turned the corner, and when he saw my husband, he outstretched both arms and hugged Bob and said, Mr. Williams, thank you so much for paving the way.
When they were leaving, Kobe turned and told them something Bob already knew.
He said, I tell young people, if the mountain was smooth, you couldn't climb it.
Isn't that the
How
truth?
about that?
Sam Jones, one of our great photojournalists, is Bob's grandson, so
Yeah.
it's fun to hear Sam's stories on his grandpa as well.
I saw Sam in the elevator. He didn't tell me the story was going to be on. That's so cool, and
Yeah,
it's
isn't
a
that
beautiful
something?
story.
It really is.
A great story and a reminder of how far we've come.
Absolutely.
Since the 1950s, still ways to go, but how far we've come.
This is WCCO 4 News.
Kobe was a trailblazer. He was someone that I looked up to my entire childhood, wanting to be like him, wanting to hit the last-second shots like him.
Tonight, fans came to Target Center to pause and remember NBA star Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 7 others who died in a helicopter crash yesterday in California. Thanks for watching WCCO, also streaming on CBSN Minnesota.
The Wolves game is over, but the tributes remain. Here is a live look at Target Center, where a marquee dedicated to Kobe and Gigi Bryant is shining tonight. Mike Max was there, getting reaction from basketball fans, and you join us now.
Yeah, and you can imagine, a cloud and just somber, and everybody kind of, but it's a good thing too that everybody was there and able to kind of lean on each other because everybody understood it so well. The game stops once in a while, and yesterday the entire country paused and tried to digest the unthinkable. Kobe Bryant gone. Tonight at Target Center, fans and one former player took note.
Thank you so much for being here with us in this time of all of us mourning.
Karl Anthony Towns took the mic before the game and expressed what many were thinking. But how do you feel when you don't know how to feel? Mike Winter paid tribute with a classic Minneapolis Lakers jersey with Bryant's name on the back.
He's definitely my favorite player growing up, so hard to see him go like that.
And the jersey's a tribute.
Jersey's definitely a tribute. I've had this one for a long time. Means a little more today.
There were tributes from the Timberwolves. Basketball nation in their own way leaning on each other to heal, to understand, to move on. One fan who brought his son was actually a one-time player against Bryant. Troy Hudson played point guard for the Wolves against the Lakers. His son is a Bryant fan.
There's 2 people that's on his wall right now, fatheads. It's Kevin Durant and it's Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant too?
Hmm?
Is he one of your favorites too?
Yeah.
That's what tonight was about at Target Center and across the country. Coming together to remember, to embrace the Bryant memories.
I'm just a big basketball fan. It was kind of just a big shock. I didn't really know how to react at first. For my generation, I'm 24, there's no one bigger than Kobe. Some of the younger guys like LeBron more, but for me it was always Kobe.
No doubt about it, because after Michael Jordan, he kind of bridged the gap to LeBron James, and that's what you feel.